Introducing in the red corner, fighting out of Taparachua More Gym in Thailand, weighing in at 158.6 pounds, with an outstanding record of 70 wins, 15 losses, and 5 draws. Put your hands together for Superbon Taparachua More.
Well, we're continuing more Muay Thai action here with the most competitive fighting sport in the world. This is Muay Thai. This event is called Reborn, the M-one Grand Muay Thai. Once again, fight fans, my name is David Huey, and with me is the trainer of champions, the champion himself, and my verbal sparring partner, Brian Popejoy. Brian, what do you know about this man?
Superbon, relatively young fighter, 22 years old, and very big for a Thai fighter. He weighs in this fight about 160 pounds. He's a Suzu tournament runner-up. That's a several-month-long tournament.
Opponent in the blue
fighters
corner,
at a particular weight class
fighting
meet
out
each other.
of Northern Kings in Newcastle, England.
Like that is
trained
very
by Michael Dixon, Paul Hamilton, and weighing in at 158.2 pounds, with a record of 40 wins, 14 losses, and 1 draw, 12 wins by way of knockout. Let's hear it for Craig Dragon Joes.
Now Craig Joes, 33 years old, standing 5'11". He is the WMC Mad Champion, the ISKA European Champion, 2-time English Champion, the Posh 8-man tournament winner, an ITBF European Champion 2 times, Thai fight veteran, calls himself the Dragon, and that nickname came from a funny tattoo story with a Polish friend.
Craig Joe's a tough English fighter. 55 fights, never been knocked down, never tasted the canvas once in his career.
Third man in the ring is Vichai Sopkipol.
It's funny, one thing about Craig, he lists his 2 most memorable opponents is Michael Dix and Sayok. Sayok, of course, one of the top-tier heavyweight Thais, very popular right now. Michael Dix, incidentally, now Craig Joe's trainer.
Isn't it interesting? Sayok, always an entertaining fighter. And so he's been in the ring with top-level competition. Superbon, only 22 years old, has been in the Muay Thai game for 17 years. That means he's been fighting since he's 5 years old. Brings a lot of experience here. Coming out to America. One of his biggest influences is Samat Payakarun. Samat.
One of the all-time legends in Muay Thai, arguably the greatest Muay Thai fighter ever. Incidentally, also world boxing champion.
And not only that, he's a model, singer, movie star. This guy is like super stud.
True Renaissance man, Samar Payakarun.
And again, this fight takes place at 160 pounds for the M-one World Middleweight title. Superbon comes in with a 70 wins, 15 losses, 5 draws. Craig Joes, 40 wins, 14 losses, 1 draw, 12 by way of knockout. An experienced fighter, 55 professional fights. It's going to be exciting. Now, talk about a fighter fighting since he's been 5 years old. I mean, in Muay Thai, do parents, do the heritage, do they endorse young fighters fighting like that?
You know, I'm sure just like with parents anywhere in the world, I'm sure some parents don't necessarily want that as a career path for their kids. But again, it's it's a way out. It's a way for the boys to support their family, to help their mother, to help their father. So again, definitely a tough road. There's definitely easier ways to make a living, but compared with some of the other alternatives for these guys, it's a way for them to make a future for themselves.
And here we have Thailand versus UK. Craig Joes calls himself the Dragon. A very experienced fighter, fighting out of Northern Kings Muay Thai in Newcastle, England. And there he is, just taking a little stretch on the ropes. Heavily tattooed fighter. And Superbon pouring a very, very fluid white crew. Now, this is a part of the white crew they call it Ram Muay. What is that, Brian?
Ram Muay. Muay is, as in Muay Thai, Muay literally means fighting. Ram is dance, so it's literally the fighting dance or the boxing dance.
And here we see the Ram Muay being performed by Superbon. And a lot of these Thai fighters very happy to be fighting in America. And a great venue here at the Sandman Well Casino. Just 1 hour away from Los Angeles. A great venue putting together some of the great fights. I gotta give my hats off to Montri Simpanich, the promoter for this bout. Putting together a good team, good class of fighters, very evenly matched, very competitive. Fighters still in their prime. And we're going to see it right here once again for this M-one World Middleweight title. Now, even though Superbon is relatively a large Thai fighter, I mean, most of our Thai fighters are fighting lightweights, super light, featherweights, bantamweights, and we see a fighter here at 160 pounds. It's very unusual, isn't it?
I think in Thailand what you'll see is the fans, the crowd, tends to love the lighter weight fighters. It's going to be a little bit faster paced, a little bit more action packed. But now with the growing popularity, you won't find as many non-Thai fighters in those much lower weight classes. So I think it's honestly a perfect opportunity, great time to be a Thai of a larger build. Greater opportunities for fights, greater exposure. To be perfectly honest, I think the most well-known Thais are some of the fighters that are a little larger in stature. Just because it does give the foreign fighters, Americans, the English, the Dutch, the French, opportunities to fight these top-level Thais at a higher weight class.
Take a look at the body size here. I mean, the frame of Superbon seems a lot smaller than Craig Joes. And do we have a situation where a fighter is fighting a little bit beyond his weight?
Maybe. Entirely possible. Thais have been known to often cut a tremendous amount of weight to fight at a lower weight class. Entirely possible that this weight is Superbon's walk-around weight. And who knows, maybe Craig's cutting 10, 15 pounds to make that 160. Hard to say. Definitely, you can definitely see a little bit of size advantage for Craig.
And the fighter's throwing a nice exchange, nice counter. And push kick by Superbon.
Nice front kick by Superbon.
Fighter's going to the clinch. And both fighters very, very relaxed in the ring.
Very relaxed, feeling each other out. Typical sort of Muay Thai first round, trying to get the rhythm, timing of their opponent. See what it is they bring to the table.
And a strong cross to the body.
And just as I say that, they start opening up just a little bit.
Nice jab by Craig. And Superbon leaps in with a lead-up elbow. The first round comes to a close. How do you see that first round, Brian?
I hate the first round. I hate scoring the first round. Because again, it's such a typically such a measured approach from fighters at this level, from people that really truly embrace the Muay Thai style. It's often very close. I'd have to lean towards Superbon in that first round, though, just by a hair.
Now we see here, Craig Joe's not electing to sit down in between the rounds here. Is there a strategy between sitting down and not sitting down?
I think it's really just personal preference. Some people prefer to. Some people prefer to keep it standing. Again, we said Craig Joe's a tough guy. I don't think I don't need a stool.
Well, we have Malapet and Jongsan in the corner of Superbon. Michael Dix in the corner of Craig Joe's, and looks like the intensity is going to pick up right now. And Superbon really working that leg kick.
You're starting to see a little bit of a welt on the front leg of Craig Joe's.
Oh, a strong hand combination by Craig Joe's. Oh, the short range elbows are working inside, clinch elbows. And again, Superbon following up with that thunderous leg kick. And Craig comes in, leaps in, throws a nice cross to the body. Superbon uses the push kick, pushes away Craig.
Goes back to that leg, going back to that leg.
Yes, it is getting red. It follows with the off-angle kick. And Superbon counterattacks from the miss from Craig. Oh, a short elbow comes right on in by Superbon.
Nice little setup, nice little step through to set up that elbow. Beautiful technique from Superbon.
Superbon catches the kick, tries to sweep, throws Craig Joe's off balance, and Craig just looks.
Yeah, gave him a little look there, like, really, is that it?
Oh, catches kick, very nice. Counter for counter, back and forth. Short elbow by Superbon.
Superbon seems to see everything. Just intense focus, great timing.
And as our second round comes to close, how do you see that second round?
Leaning towards Superbon that round, definitely scoring very heavy with that low kick. Craig starting to show, again, a little bit of a welt on that front leg. One thing you'll notice, he's starting to reach for that leg kick as well, which you definitely have to watch out for that. Start reaching for the low kick. Fighters are known to bring the kick up high instead and score with a head kick.
And so if you were in the corner of Craig Jones, what would you say?
Say you definitely got to start blocking that kick, and he's doing beautifully. He's very aggressive. He's landed some good solid shots. I think that it's Superbon's just content to back off and walk him into that leg kick.
Well, here we go once again. Superbon in the red corner taking on Craig Jones in the blue corner. Here we go for round 3. Oh, and just nice counter combination by Superbon. And I think there's a little bit of blood trickling from Craig.
He has a slight cut on that right elbow, that right eyebrow. And again, right on cue.
Yep, goes for it right away.
Good counter left elbow, counter right hand. Good exchange from Craig Jones in the clinch, landing some good solid knees.
Well, he definitely is firing that double jab, trying to set up that hand combination, going for that low kick. And Superbon just very, very, very tight.
Very methodical, very precise with his strikes.
I mean, his elbows are very surgical, just right in the pocket, right in the money.
Right on target, very economical. Like I said, he sees everything.
And Craig Jones' cornerman telling him to start working the hands. Oh. Nice hook by Craig Jones. Strong kick by Superbon.
And nothing seems to phase Craig Jones, though. He's walking through everything. Oh, attempts that body shot, eats that counter elbow. Getting the timing from those elbows on Superbon.
Again, very surgical, very, very precise. Craig Jones coming off a nice counter. Craig Jones' cornerman telling him to keep the pressure on him. You see a little blood trickling out of the nose of Superbon.
Great round, great round. Battle of the surgical precision from Superbon versus the grit and the aggression of Craig Jones. Great fight, great third round.
And we see that, and on my desk here, there's a little bit of blood splatter from our fighters. I guess I'll take that as a souvenir. We go to the fourth round. How do you see that third round?
Again, I see it Superbon 10-9. I think he just landed the more effective shots. Craig Jones, definitely tough. Not taking a step back, giving it his all, but I think just the timing that Superbon has, he's timing those rushes by Jones, landing those, precision surgical shots, as you're saying. Superbon 10-9.
We see a small cut over the eye of Craig Jones. We just informed that Yamato, who got cut by 16 stitches over that eye.
Wow.
Let's see if Superbon's going to keep working that cut that's right over the eye of Craig Jones.
So at Craig Jones' corner, they've got that cut in check. No more blood. We'll see how long that'll last. If he can protect that eye, that cut might turn into a non-factor. Again, I have a sinking suspicion Superbon's still going to go after it.
Oh, nice spin back elbow by Craig Jones. And Superbon was going to let him get away with that. He would come back right with the counter kick. Beautiful, beautiful spin back elbow by Craig Jones.
Jones is coming on this round. Again, with that spin elbow, as you said, he's not afraid to initiate the clinch. You think Superbon's slowing down a step?
Looks like a little bit. Looks like he eats a cross or jab, as you say that.
Again, blood starting to trickle again from Superbon's nose. Heavy right hand.
Heavy hand by Craig Jones. You see a little blood inside the mouth.
Mouth's open on Superbon.
Yep.
Again, Superbon looks to be fading a little bit. You think maybe he slept on Craig Jones, thought it might be an easy night.
We do see him breathing pretty hard. He's still alert, still on his game, just his pace is down a little bit slower. And we see him breathing out of the mouth.
Doesn't seem to have quite the snap, the precision on those strikes anymore.
Again, Craig Jones' corner sees it. They say he's tired. He's tired. Telling Craig Jones to get busy. On a catch kick sweep. And what is Craig Jones gets up right away, comes forward. Nice elbow in there by Superbon.
But again, doesn't phase Craig Jones. He's coming right back.
And not at all, man. Craig Jones is like the Terminator. He just keeps coming forward. Round 4 comes to the close. How do you see that?
Got to give it to Jones. Coming forward with that aggression, I think landing the heavier shots. Superbon, content to lay back and use his teeth, use that front kick to keep away. Definitely got to go with Jones in that round.
We look good, and Superbon seemed to be fading, seemed to be getting a little bit tired. It wasn't at that high pace that he was fighting the first 3 rounds with. But we only got one more round here. And in a situation like this, what do you tell Craig Jones?
Go for it. He's got to go out there. I mean, Superbon's fading. It's obvious. In my opinion, Craig Jones is behind. He's got to come forward. At very least, maybe score a knockdown. Seal the deal.
Well, this is the 5th and final round. Superbon versus Craig Jones. Craig Jones starting to land a leg kick. Nice jab by Craig Jones. Nice push kick by Craig Jones. The walk knee comes in a little bit short. Oh, catch kick, another throw. And nice hand combination. It seems like the reflex of Superbon is just a little bit slower this time.
but still able to crank out a heavy kick even with in his fatigued state.
Oh, another sweep. Let's talk about those sweeps. Brian, are they scored here?
Yeah, I think the best way to describe it is, it shows that you're in control. It doesn't count as a knockdown per se, but it definitely shows, hey, this guy's kicking at me. His kick's got nothing. I'm catching it. I'm dumping him on the ground. And for the guy that's getting swept, sometimes it can be demoralizing. Or, people don't account for this, but just having to pick yourself up off the ground, it is tiring. Especially after such a high, heavy-paced 4.5, 5 rounds of fighting. Like I said, might not be the most damaging of blows, but definitely factors into the scoring.
And Craig Joseph's corner come to call throw combinations.
He's definitely not letting off. He wants this fight.
Last 10 seconds here.
No,
Craig Jones really turning it on. A nice exchange to close this fight.
Great fight.
And as that 5th round comes to a close, how do you score that 5th and final round?
I really think the sweeps can do something that's going to impress the judges a little bit. I got to lean towards Superbon. Again, but Craig Joe's tough, gritty performance.
I thought Craig Jones had a very nice hand combinations, throwing some great punches. Definitely really showed he wanted to earn this fight.
Definitely. I think he wanted this fight. He definitely wanted this fight more. I think it was just maybe the skill, the timing of Superbon.
And a great fight comes to a close. 5 rounds of professional Muay Thai action for the M-one World Middleweight title at 160 pounds. Superbon versus Craig Jones. And it comes to a close here. Our unofficial scorecard by Brian Popejoy is...
got Superbon up, but, man, I wouldn't, I wouldn't be surprised Joes gets the decision. Definitely from a perspective of the guy that wanted it more. He definitely, in my opinion, showed that. He came in prepared, never taking a back step. Not breathing heavy. Again, Superbon showing that fatigue. Again, like I said earlier, I wonder if Superbon kind of thought it would be an easy night. And it definitely wasn't. If that was the case, definitely didn't do his homework.
And look at that, the American flag adorned by
Craig Jones. Winning some fans here for certain.
Let's hear it for these Warriors, ladies and gentlemen. That was a hell of a fight they put on for us tonight.
Let's send it to Richard Rayner for our official decision.
Presenting the belt to the winner is Patrick Sampanez. And presenting a gift to the winner is Tuna Putonchila. Judge 1 scores the bout 48-47. Judge 2 scores the bout 49-46. And Judge 3 scores the bout 48-47. For your winner by unanimous decision and the M-one World Title Middleweight holder, in the red corner, Superbon Taprachuapmore.
And there you have it. You have our winner by unanimous decision.
Show your appreciation for Craig Jones as well.
We have a new M-one World Middleweight Champion. That is Superbon. As he defeats Craig Jones.
Yeah, but you can't, I'm sorry, Dave, you can't say enough about Craig Jones. Just gritty, tough performance. Definitely won him some fans. And again, that's the kind of, in my opinion, that's what people like to see. The guy that comes in, that's going to gut it out, that truly wants it.